picked up whatever scraps I could pick up to sell for recycles. Was fortunate enough to find enough stuff to be able to go to Sears and buy $400 worth of tools, and told my family that I'm getting a job, and they told me I was crazy, that I'm not one of those people. You'll never make it out there in that world. Showed up there on a Monday morning, and he says, there's no place for you here.
If you've ever bought a car, you probably have thoughts about car dealers.
Some of those might be good. Some of those a little more complicated.
We get it. Car dealerships don't always have the best reputation, but we wanted to know, is the legend still reality?
This isn't a makeover show. It's not a roast. It's a raw look inside dealerships across the country.
This is the truth about car dealers. Honestly, took longer than I thought it would.
Yeah. Paul said he wanted to run this morning. He's not coming.
Dude, this is amazing. You and me running in the morning, this is a great idea. See you at the hotel.
Get out of here. That was messed up what you did on the run this morning.
I know. I thought it was great.
Well, thanks for picking me up.
I gotta say, a little golf cart ride in the morning when the brisk air definitely got me going.
It's a nice breeze. Here in St. Augustine, brother and sister Bo and Letty Bozard carry 3 generations of history every day they walk into their stores.
The question is, can a dealership built like a family keep its soul as it grows?
In the auto industry, the Bozard organization, Ed Roberts as a personality, are pretty well known.
Apparently, they built this about 15 years ago when there was nothing out here. And they just kind of predicted that development was going to go this way. But now this place feels like its own complex as we're pulling in.
It's massive here.
The buildings are beautiful. They have a restaurant on site.
Oh my goodness.
It seems like the kind of place that we can get into some trouble. Here it is.
Let's go.
What's your journey into this store?
It started really young. My dad's rules were, if you got good grades, you can coast pretty good. If you want to work, you can work. But for me, it was a little bit more of, if you want to work, there's only one place you can work. I was working in the shop at 13 or 14 years old in the summers, and I loved it back
Operating
there.
a hydraulic press.
Yeah,
Just crushing stuff.
We had this center post lift.
Old
this
school.
Like just absolute death trap. It was the only thing I couldn't touch in the whole store. And on top of it, everybody, drank and smoked, and they didn't care about swearing around kids. It was total hostile work environment. But I loved it. Letty was pretty firm on the fact that if you're going to come into the business, you can't be here and not have sold for a little while.
Here's the difference between me and Bo. All of my words come out, and then I think about them. Bo, all of his thoughts process, and then he speaks.
And I was a fine salesman. I was fine. Being on the sales floor, you have to be here.
Yeah.
You have to be here
Right.
all day.
Yeah.
I can't help it that I look like this. This is.
Explain that.
This is what you get. I just kind of look grumpy all the time. Right now I'm having the time of my life, but I look like this.
My name is Ed Roberts. I'm the COO of Bozard Ford Lincoln here in St. Augustine, Florida. It is our responsibility, and I'm not going to say job, it is our responsibility to connect with our people and learn who they are and learn what makes them tick. And when you can build the right team to where you can complement their strengths with each other, and they complement each other's opportunities, then success just soars. It's one of the things that we've been able to do here is give people the opportunity to grow into more than what they ever thought they could be. For someone to come in here as a valet, or come in here as in the call center, or come in here and work in facilities and grow into be a salesperson, grow into be a senior master technician, move into the accounting office, warranty office, all the different elements of giving them a path that, hey, you don't have to know this job, But if you bring the right attitude and effort, we'll teach you this job. There's countless stories of those here. There's Crystal Garrison, there's John Douglas, there's Chris Mangiafrida. I mean, it's countless. And Crystal and I go back 2 different places that we've worked together.
When you first met Ed, like what did you even think about him?
I am very standoffish and I don't initially like people generally. I have changed, I have grown.
I was gonna say, you don't seem like that around here.
But I actually did like Ed the first time I met him. He asked me to write service for him a couple times. I told him no, I didn't want to do that.
Every time I'd come to Crystal and say, hey, I'm ready for you to try this. And she said, oh, no, I can't do that.
Then eventually I gave in and started writing service for him. I was writing service at the time, and having a baby is tough. It's long hours. So I'm crying in Ed's office. He's like, Crystal, nobody cares but you. Like, nobody is upset about this except you. And so I'm like, oh, okay.
I'm gonna see myself out. Yeah.
When you push them out of their comfort zones into things that they can perform at, then everybody wins.
Can you tell us a little bit about Letty and Bo and the Bozard organization and what they've built here?
Man, they're the coolest owners in the world.
You run this whole thing with your brother, your younger brother at that. Tell me about that dynamic. Like, what's fun, what's hard, what's weird, what's crazy?
It's 100% my most favorite part of this whole gig. Top number 1 favorite thing is I did it with Bo. There's not a weird thing between Bo and I where it's like I need Bo or he needs me to experience this or accomplish or whatever. I want Bo to have the journey here that Bo has here, and Bo wants me to have the journey here that I have here.
We saw and heard about this leather shop that you've put right in the service department. Why did you put a leather shop in the service department?
You'll see it in a minute. But like, people assume that I'm too busy. I don't want to interrupt Mr. Bozard, you know. So I set up right in the corner of the shop back here, right next to a door. I get to cheerfully disrupt the productivity of everybody who walks through. If I'm sitting at a sewing machine, it's so far removed from everything that we do here, they know it can't be important. So they're not scared to interrupt me.
Like, oh, you're just
playing arts and crafts down there.
Can we go see it?
Yeah, let's rock and roll.
Let's go see it.
When did you build this out here?
It's been here for about a year.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, and like I say, it started super small. Remember my comment about the mess? Well, I started doing the belt thing when I was in college. It kind of transitioned into some other stuff afterwards.
Goodness.
Do you sell this stuff?
I don't have like a point of sale out here.
Is this cash only?
It's cash or check only, and the check has to be made out to our church. I eat the cost of the material, so all the money that I get goes to them for the missionaries.
I'm telling you right now, amazing cause. I'm buying this for my wife.
Rock and roll, rock and roll.
So
I'm like, I'll take one,
I probably
two,
want a
three,
and
and
a belt
Yeah,
too.
the belt. I'm down.
And so what I thought we'd do is we'd make you guys some keychains.
That sounds amazing.
That sounds magical.
Yeah, rock and roll. I mean, go ahead, lean on it.
Kyle's running too much.
Let's see if we got through it. And there
Oh, wow.
is your keychain
I think I
blank.
can handle my own.
I was through already.
Are these part of the?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I try to buy myself the most like Mr. Magoo type glasses in the world. Yep, you're in there. I wind up having a better quality conversation out here than I ever could in my office. I mean, 3-4 quality connections a day. And if I'm in my office, they're hesitant to come and talk to me. You know, I've got dead stuff hanging on the walls of my office, and it's a threatening place to come in, you know.
It's not a race, Paul.
If I try to race you on this, I'll be bleeding.
This stuff is very, very similar to like an Elmer's glue. And you just want to get the very, very edge to where it all kind of gets uniformly brown. And then we're gonna watch literal magic happen.
The size
That's gonna look good. That's gonna look good. Dude, look at there.
Wow.
The finished item, well, almost finished item.
Nailed it.
Let's go make it a keychain.
Laser anything on the back of this?
I'm gonna brand something in the back of it.
Okay,
I'm gonna brand something in the back
Come on
of it.
now.
We're
He's
gonna
almost stamped
we're
that
gonna put hot metal on that cow meat.
We've been having so much fun.
I heard that Bo has new friends.
Oh my goodness.
He does.
case times get hard, we can all make ourselves some satchels.
Absolutely, we can all.
Square that little rectangle up in the available space and give it like a 1/1000.
1/1000. See, I missed the bottom part.
Oh no.
I'm gonna try it.
Oh my God! Oh, he's gonna go back in.
The nerve. Oh no.
Not
Got it
terrible.
In there. Got
Not
it in there.
terrible.
That FHB right there. That's my little logo. That's if I was gonna have a maker's mark. That's what it would be. So those are my initials, Fred Henry Bozard. But over the top of it, it says "Do good recklessly," without concern of the consequences or effects. So I think that if everybody were to do good in a reckless manner, what an awesome world we could have. Well, hey man, completed project.
Amazing. Dude, thanks for showing us around.
Thank you so much.
I'm glad you guys.
I'm gonna have this
So
forever.
cool. It's not going away. Our time at the leather working table with Bo was the clearest example of his controlled, tough, and tender approach to life.
But not everyone here started from control. Some came from chaos.
And for COO Ed Roberts, that's exactly where his story began.
You talk about leadership, you talk a lot about serving other people, setting the tone, but I think we've never gotten the full story.
I come from a very challenged background, and my family I grew up in the ghetto of downtown Jacksonville, Florida, and my parents never worked, my siblings never worked, and when those things happen, you live off the government or you live off of crime and other things, and I was from a family that was a combination of both. And when you watch cops on television and they bust through the door, there's glass flying, there's everything, they come in, sometimes there's tear gas, sometimes they're not. When those things happen, and you get your head stepped on so many times.
Are you talking about literally?
Literally, yes. Seeing them come in and get my dad and get them and whatever allowed me the opportunity to learn and say, hey, there might be something different. About the time I was 15, I decided that it might be time to separate myself a little bit here. So I left that environment, slept in my vehicle. Different counties, different municipalities, they have technical centers that ties in with the high schools in alphabetical order. Auto body was the first thing on that list, and automotive was second on that list, and I checked that box, and that's how I ended up going to those courses. And
I was tired of reading by that point. I got to the second one and I hit.
Close enough for me. Cars are cool. A few years later, was able to interview at a car dealership. His name's Conrad. He says, what are you planning on doing? I said, I don't know, I just need a job. I'm living in my car, or my truck at that point. I looked like a hoodlum, smelled like a hoodlum, sound like a hoodlum. Showed up there on a Monday morning, and he told me when I was there the previous week, he says, I'm gonna be on vacation next week, why don't you come in and see my assistant? I told him that, hey, Conrad hired me, and he looked at me and he judged the book by its cover. And instantly you could just see it on his face that there wasn't a chance in heck he was gonna let me in there.
Yeah.
And he says, there's no place for you here. I said, you don't understand, Conrad's already hired me. I'm supposed to work with this guy. He says, son, there is no place for you here. Well, leading up to that weekend, I went home and told my family that I'm getting a job and doing this, I'm doing that, and they told me I was crazy, that I'm not one of those people. You'll never make it out there in that world. And I'm sitting at the traffic light waiting on it to turn green to turn left. Tell my family they was right. And I said, I'm not gonna do that yet. And there was another Ford store, and I said, well, if that Ford store is gonna give me a chance, I'll try this one. And stepped in there and met Charlie Waters.
What was your first impression of him?
Shy, kid wanted a job. He was attending an auto shop program in high school, and the instructor said, you know, this kid's pretty special, you really ought to hire him. So I put him to work.
That moment, and there is defining moments in all of our lives, that moment was a defining moment in my life.
I don't remember the years, but he became, if not one of the youngest Ford master technicians in the country.
Ed's second chance isn't the only redemption story walking around the Bozard campus.
We found them in the detail bays, the parts departments, the showroom.
Just about everywhere we went.
Dude, how nice was it when you got in this new facility?
Yep.
Feel like someone just bought you a new house.
Right.
Every single day, you get 300 to 400 new parts.
Every single day.
into here.
Yeah, 6 days a week.
On a busy day, how many cars are you touching?
I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cars.
13 are gonna come through here?
Yeah.
That's hustling.
This space right here, I think there's 1.5 million in just
Individual parts.
Yes.
You know Ed Roberts?
I do. He's a leader.
He is a leader.
Certified leader, man.
He talks about the police kicking down his door and putting their foot on his head because his family was into some stuff. To watch a man like that, who now you look at him and you see what you see.
I'm glad you said that because I come from a background like that. And since I've been here, it's been up. No problems, great people to work with, great environment.
I got into a bad situation with drugs and alcohol, and I had an opportunity to straighten my life out, and they offered the program to me. The program that I entered was called Operation New Hopes, and what it does is it helps reoffenders who have criminal histories that are going to have a hard time getting back into the workforce. Bozard Ford came about, and then they gave me an opportunity to work for them, which was absolutely amazing to me because never in a million years would I thought that I would work at a dealership or a company as big as Bozard or Ford. I started working in facilities, cleaning the floors and cleaning the shops. More doors opened, and here I am, warehouse senior guy.
Do you ever get to peel the plastic off the cars?
Marshall, I need some plastic on the car.
So Bozard has a massive focus on service, and you've recently pioneered this new mobile service phenomenon. Can you tell us a little bit about what it is and why you're heading in this direction?
Customers don't look to wake up in the morning and say, woohoo, I get to go to the car dealership.
Find out what that check engine light's all about.
So how many service vans do you have?
We have 46 service vans. I don't have them all on the road yet.
What's going on?
What's going on, man?
Oh man, this thing is awesome.
Yes, sir.
What's going on? It's a nice day to be outside.
Yeah, it is.
Actually, it's probably a lot of the time it's a nice day to be outside.
Majority
around
of the
here.
time, yeah. This is my home away from home.
Tell me about your regular routine.
For me, I'm kind of a floater, so I have one guaranteed appointment. After that, I kind of go around helping the guys, making sure that we don't get behind. If we do get behind, I'm kind of there.
Catch them up.
Catch them up.
Well, can you show me around the truck a little bit?
Sure.
All
no
right,
problem.
I'll just follow you around.
So everything that a technician would need to go ahead and get any job done for the day is stored between this toolbox and this toolbox hidden right here. So we have a very tight communication line. So if I'm stuck, I can just hop on the line. Hey,
Somebody's right there.
I need something.
You know, you went from being in the shop, people all around. What's it like just kind of being out on your own?
So it takes a while to get used to, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Being by yourself all day and just music.
What's the music?
It depends on the day.
Okay.
So today was Wednesday, so I had to have a little jazz. You know, hump day, you gotta get ready
Get
for.
into it.
You know, what I like to call
Slide the second
Friday
half of the week.
Eve.
Friday Eve, that's
Friday
good.
Eve, and then Friday.
Well, it sounds like you have a lot of fun.
I have a lot of fun.
I feel like the jazz vibes are gonna hit later this afternoon.
It will. It will.
Do you think there was another defining moment that turned you from like, hey, I'm doing a job, to I'm operating in a career that could potentially be in leadership?
Was running a standalone service center, and my regional manager called. My intent was to call him that day and tell him I wasn't going to be at the meeting next week. He says, what do you mean? It's mandatory. I said, it might be mandatory, but I won't be there. Having my first kid next week, if she goes into labor, I'm going to be here. And he says, if she goes into labor, you can just leave and come back. We'll understand that. I said, you don't understand. I'm not going to be there. Well, he says, you may not have a job to come back to. And I said, that is fine. And I hung up the phone. But it was that moment that told me that people are more than business. And it was that moment that allowed me to learn to respect the value of people. Because my mission in life is to be exactly what my dad was not. Fast forward, my daughter was born on her due date. I would have been in Tampa. And so it all worked out the way it was supposed to.
How old is she now?
She is 20.
And I think I saw a post somewhere about her buying her first home. I don't know when that was, but tell us the story around that.
She has watched all the elements of my family, and so she understands the value of what you get out of work.
Were you there when she took took the keys and...
Absolutely. And she was on a mission that she didn't want anybody to sign with her or whatever else. She wanted to sign on her own. She wanted to be able to do that. And
sounds like somebody else I know.
You know the saying, as goes the leader, so go the people.
We saw that play out in the way the team looks out for each other, celebrates each other, and doesn't take themselves too seriously.
Even if that means throwing a baby shower right in the middle of the workday.
And maybe having a little friendly competition along the way. We found out they're having a baby shower right there in that door.
So we brought a little something for her.
Anna, she met Steven and he worked out in the shop. They celebrated their 2nd anniversary this past October, and now they're expecting, and we are stoked.
Really quick, I'm just gonna introduce you guys to some friends. This is Paul and Kyle. They're gonna go next. We're gonna put them up to the challenge. These are the 2 champions so far, so you guys learn from the best. Ready, set, go!
Yeah, there was a conversation that was had when Anna was riding service with me of Steven can't be up here all the time. Like, Steven's got a shoe fly.
Is it because she's distracted and she's got work to do?
Yes. Okay, so you have to hold your baby.
Okay.
Because you are now mom.
Okay.
Hold the baby.
So the dog is called. Here are your clothes, here are your clothes, and you have to hang them up. 2 clothespins per article of clothing, and we did 5 for you guys. On the count, go.
Oh, that dropped.
Take them out. Oh, wow.
Oh, just making leather stuff.
I will say I had a little bit of a hand up because I have the younger baby.
That was a clean win.
Clean win. We couldn't crash a party without having a little something.
It's a gift. Bring it in.
Bring it in.
We didn't
and
hear.
Paul saw this and thought that it might need a little bit of like baby love on it, so we got you a little more than cars action. Congrats on the baby.
Dad had a work family that he loved, and that never kind of left Letty or I. What do you hope and dream for your family? You hope and dream that they can grow and have the successes with you as you grow. Of course I want to bring them along because they're my family. And it's been a delightful battle that is worth fighting for.
When you look at those moments, like that turning, like a potential turning point in someone's life, and you're on the other side now, are you able to identify them as they're happening?
we all have some kind of driving force, and that driving force may not be anything to do with work. And it's up to us to identify those elements. And then when you can identify those elements, you really learn what that person's strengths are, what really drives that person. And then when you can build the role around that, then they're not working. They're having fun.
One of the things about this particular dealership, the mentality of moving people along, having patience for people, and I think Ed Roberts' perspective of if something's not reality in your life, he says, not yet.
Just meeting different people, talking to them about their journey here. Like we heard someone say, I found a version of myself I would have never found. And so that's a very yet statement. It's like, if that isn't a reality for you yet, it can be found at this place in a unique way that you maybe wouldn't see every day in any business.
I know, it's been an amazing trip. I do have one final question for you.
Oh boy.
Are we gonna go running tomorrow?
Get out of here.
Okay, I'll have the golf cart ready just in case.
Ridiculous.